Get your popcorn ready.
All right, rock and roll.
As Variety Studio brings you conversations between Hollywood's biggest movie stars.
If I'm gonna bomb, I want to be the architect of my own demise.
Yeah.
I'm willing to just jump off the cliff and try this.
Right.
Knowing that it may splat.
I was so out of my league. And I loved it.
With Andrew Garfield and Ryan Reynolds, Amy Adams and Demi Moore, and Zendaya and Nicole Kidman.
I feel so lucky to be here.
Yeah.
Like, I get to do this.
Welcome to Variety Studio Actors on Actors. I'm Angelique Jackson.
And I'm Clayton Davis. In this episode, we're getting the inside scoop on some of the most memorable characters from the past year.
Courtesy of the talented actors who brought them to life. What happens when Spider-Man meets Deadpool? Get ready for Andrew Garfield and Ryan Reynolds as they break down the art of breathing life into unforgettable characters. In the romantic drama We Live in Time, Oscar nominee Andrew Garfield gets personal as a man grappling with his wife's cancer diagnosis. Garfield crafts an emotional journey that movie lovers won't soon forget.
And the second thing, I was guilty of focusing on the wrong, aspect, looking ahead instead of right. In front of me, at you.
Ryan Reynolds is back as the daring, foul-mouthed Deadpool. Paired up with a claw-wielding Hugh Jackman in Deadpool and Wolverine, Reynolds brings his signature wit while revealing a new depth to his iconic character as he searches for a place in the ever-evolving superhero universe.
I need you, and even more unfortunately, my entire world needs you.
You two gonna fight?
You gonna take that from him?
Yep.
I could tell you have a sort of don't get too close, I'll only break your heart vibe going here, but every other Wolverine would have really hurt me by now, and I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy, here we go.
I think we've begun.
We have,
So-
I think, yeah. Wait, are you asking first? Or
So
Yeah.
I had just watched the film. I watched Deadpool Wolverine and I hadn't seen it.
You watched it on your Apple Watch, didn't you?
No, I had
'Cause
my.
that's how I watched We Live in Time, and I'm telling you, it was really hard to, like, hold, the attention and stuff like that. You're like, oh, this is like, how do kids do
Can you
this?
So I, as soon as it started, I was like, "There's no way. There's
Bet
no
you're gonna
way.
get through this.
There's no way they allowed him to do all of this." How did you? Well, first of all, I think the audacity, because you're like the head writer on this film, which is
Yeah.
kind of an amazing,
Yeah.
place for you to be.
Yeah,
and
I'm
it's
lucky
like,
to be able to, yeah.
You're doing something in writing that I don't think I don't know anyone else who's doing in terms of peeling back the onion of the self-awareness and meta-ness and the layers of self-mockery are kind of impossible to decipher, and it's really inspiring because it does feel like a new form in a way. How did you convince everyone that it would work?
Whoa, that's a good question. I look at authorship and control, or however you want to frame it, as trust. Like, I have to, part of my job, well, I have several parts of the job, which is that I have to convince the studio, who is, making a significant investment in, mine and Sean Levy's ability to land the plane on a dime. And if I'm going to bomb or win, I want to have a say in it, and I want to have some authorship.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to bomb, I want to be the architect of my own demise.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a passenger on someone else's nose-diving jet plane.
Totally. So the Deadpool suit, because it's evolved.
It has.
Since you first slung it on to now, and I'm just curious about the evolution of that.
Well, the suit is someone who knows what it's like to wear one of the full. Mine, of course, is made of individually wrapped Gaelic toffees. No, the suits are tough, but to me, the suits are freeing in that I find it's clown work that I'm doing. That
Yes.
My,
I love this. It's a great answer.
So
it's a great answer.
Well, thank you. I have to rely on my voice for microfacial expressions, where you would normally have this.
Yes.
I rely on my body for more macro expressions.
So fun.
And all of that comes from being obsessed with Jack Benny and
Yeah.
and Buster Keaton,
For
Harold
sure.
Lloyd,
Yeah,
Chaplin,
for sure. Same.
and Marcel Marceau.
Yep.
Who was a mime.
Yep.
Just saying to the people that don't know. So the suits are very important for me.
Yeah.
It's really is old-fashioned clown work.
Yeah, it's the best.